So I'm going to take a step maybe back and start a bit earlier, not only about the University of Pécs or the higher education in Hungary, but Hungary itself, because I know that these countries might not be a very traditional destination in terms of higher education. So I think it's better to give you a bit better of understanding of what we are talking about. So Hungary is an almost 10 million population country in the heart of Europe, as we like to say, but I'm going to show you a bit of a map later on. Obviously, our official language is Hungarian, but all of the study programs that we are discussing today are running fully in English. And even though we offer Hungarian language and cultural courses for free for every international student, you can get along perfectly with English only. Hungary is part of the Schengen zone, which is important because as we are getting better, possibility of traveling freely in 27 different countries, which I think it's a huge upside of studying in continental Europe. And we are also proud to say that we are one of the oldest countries founded over 1,000 years ago. As you can see, what we are like to say about us is that we are very in the heart of Europe, meaning that it's really easy and close to visit different other capitals of Europe, which is, I think, again, a great addition, or can be a great additional value to your study period in Europe. As you can see, the University of Pécs is not located in the capital, but it's located in the southern part of the country, roughly 200 kilometers or 2 hours of driving from the capital and from the international airport. So it's I think, a very agreeable destination for everyone. A bit about the higher education system in Hungary. The first university was established in 1367, over 650 years ago. I'd like to highlight this because this institution was the University of Pécs, which I represent today. The basic system of higher education is pretty similar as everywhere else in the continental Europe. So there are bachelor programs that you can start right after high school, and they are 3 to 4 year long. There are master programs which you need a bachelor degree as an entry qualification to, which are 1 or 2 years long. And we also have some 1-tier master's degrees or undivided programs, which are 5 to 6 years long, meaning that you start right after high school, and after 5 or 6 years of studies, you end up with a master's level degree. These programs are mainly the medical programs, and architecture and teacher training. Maybe these are the 3 big topics that run, and also the arts programs like painting or sculpture or music programs. Mainly these are the ones that's running these long-term programs. The Hungarian universities are part of the European credit transfer system. Why it's important is because if you plan to study later on in another European country, then all of your credits and all of your studies that you've done in Hungary will be 100% recognizable at other European institutions, that generally speaking all over the world, but inside Europe it gives an extra assurance for you. Just a bit more glimpse about the education system. Contrary to the US system, there are no multiple majors and no general liberal arts programs. Applicants start and choose their subjects from the start. You apply to a certain program and you go through it all along. The study program is more structured and focused. The path is clearer from the beginning. So it provides you obviously less freedom to explore than in a general US curriculum. What is important from this perspective also, that the one academic year consists of 2 semesters. The main intake for every Hungarian university is the September one. So 95% of study program starts in September, which gives you right now a great deal of time to make up your minds and start your applications. As we're getting closer to the university, I'd like to give you some, introduction to the city itself. It's a wonderful university town, around 150 inhabitants, out of which 20,000 of students at the university, and an additional around 7,000 are working at the university. So when we say it's a university town, we really mean it. It's a wonderful historical city that has been there for thousands of years now. It's been the European capital of culture and also the UNESCO learning city, meaning that it is a wonderful multicultural learning environment for everybody who plans to come here. Um, as you can also see in the top right corner on the main square, there's a huge mosque in the city, which is now operating as a Catholic church. But we also have obviously a regularly operating mosque in the city as well. I think it gives you a bit of an understanding of how culturally, ethnically, and religiously diverse is our environment. Some numbers about the university, as I've already mentioned, we have a history that dates back to 1367 and 20,000 students, out of which almost 5,000 are coming from abroad, representing 114 different countries. The main message here is that wherever you are coming from, you are not going to be alone. Whatever cultural background you have, there will be others who've gone through the same experience if you did. So even if you haven't heard about the University of Pécs yet, if you come here, you're not going to be the only, international student. We have more than 30 right now, almost 40 years of experience in international higher education, because our first fully English degree programs launched in the early 80s. We have more than 800, which is a bit outdated slide, because right now we have more than 1,000 international students receiving the wonderful Hungarian government scholarship, the Stipendium Hungaricum, which is in Latin and stands for Hungarian scholarships. Not really creative name, but at least you can know what it is, from a lot of sending countries. We're going to get back to this, the faculties we have and the study programs that we can offer. What is important here is the dormitories, because, and I'm also going to get a bit of details here later on, but we are proud to say that we can provide automatic dormitory placement or housing for every first year international student. So I think it's a great possibility for everyone. We are also proud to say that we belong to the top 2.5% of international higher education worldwide, and some of our international study programs hold other international accreditations. One of the newest one is the EFMD, which is the European Foundation for Management Studies, that accredited our business administration bachelor program. This is a really elite group of business studies all around Europe. So if you are thinking about studying business, I think University of Pécs can offer you a high quality placement. And obviously other study programs have some other international accreditations as well. But I've just, as I mentioned before, generally speaking, all of the degrees that we offer are accredited and accepted all around the world. Just to give you a bit of understanding about the what we call diversity at the university, this is the top 12 sending countries in 2020 in the last academic year. As you can see, the biggest chunk of students are coming from Germany. Obviously, many students coming from China, Iran. We have a lot of students from Norway, and the other countries are maybe very typical sending countries at every international higher education all around the world. So we have a lot of students from Turkey, Jordan, Nigeria, obviously, a lot of students coming from Korea to study medicine. So I think that, and these are obviously just the top 12. The top 12 means that in this year we had more than 100 freshmen from these countries. So this is a really, diverse community. When it comes to the degree programs, we basically have a really wide range of study programs that we can offer. Anything outside of agriculture, to put it this way, from business through law, medical and health sciences to hard sciences, social sciences, arts and engineering, on basically every study level, starting from foundation year to PhD level. As you can see, one of the big selling points that we can tell you is obviously the very affordable pricing system that we have, meaning that our bachelor programs are starting with as low as 1,700 euros per semester, and obviously the medical programs are the most expensive ones, as our dentistry program costs somewhere around 17,000 USD or some 17,000 euros, depending on the language that you would like to study on. We will get back to the living costs later on, but even from the tuition fees only, you can have a great sense of the affordability that we can provide you. The application requirements, I think these are very similar to basically every study program or every university that you are familiar with. Obviously, we require to have you the certificates of previous studies, the transcripts of your previous studies. There are some specific entry requirements. For example, if you study architecture, then you have to upload a portfolio of drawings. And for the medical programs, we have an entrance examination that we do on our own, which is a multiple choice test in physics, chemistry, biology, and medical English. Or you can choose to do the BMed, which is the biomedical admission test. It's an internationally accessible testing system that you can do basically anywhere, and this is accepted by many institutions around the world. So I think if you plan to apply for different medical schools all over the world, then BMed can be a great choice for you. If your previous education was not had in English, then obviously we also need a proof of English proficiency. But I think in your case, it's not that big of a question. Just to get back to the high school diplomas, if you were studying in an IB school, that we are then I can say that we are looking for IB candidates that with roughly around 30 points onwards. I know it's a bit of a low bar, but we are not selective at the beginning, but we are like to, admit the character and not the academic performance first, meaning that we are much more looking for the right personality, the right character that fits our campus, rather than having the top high school scorers. So in an IB system, we're looking for students with 30 points and onwards. In an A or AS level system, we are looking for at least 3 A levels from relevant subjects with a combined grade of a BBC. Yes, regarding the living costs and accommodation, I've already told you that we provide dormitory placement for every international freshman for the price of about 140 USD per month or 120 euros, depending on the currency. And we like to say that the average living cost is around 500 USD per month, including everything, including boarding and room. So if you combine it with our tuition fees, you can see that an average undergraduate program costs around 10 to 12,000 US dollars per year, meaning that the full degree can cost as low as $36,000. So I think it's a great investment. It's a wonderful value for your money. There are also some pictures about the dormitories that we have, because most probably if you come to study to Hungary, then your first semester or first year will be spent in one of our dormitories. A bit of our student services, we are very proud to offer free student counseling, so free psychological counseling for the students. For the international students, obviously. I think, studying abroad is a wonderful thing. I think it's a very important thing that if you have a chance, then go and study abroad. But I know that it can be really overwhelming. There can be a lot of challenges that you need to face. And it's just good to, if you feel that there are some challenges that you need help with, then there's professional counseling that you can turn to. Also, we provide for every international student personal peer mentoring with international and Hungarian students, helping you with the integration and with the transition into your new life. Our law school also offers a campus legal aid clinic. It's meaning that that you can have free legal counseling also at your disposal if you have any kind of questions in legal matters. If you'd like to buy a car or whatever, then they can help you to go through the contract that you might need to sign, and stuff like that. I I think I told you a lot of great things about the university, but I did that mainly, well, because I believe it's true, but also I did that because that's what I got my salary for. So we established the International Student Ambassador Program, where our current students are available for you to tell you how what they experience about studying at the University of Pécs, and their voice will be, I think, much more honest than mine. So if you would like to get an opinion of a student about their studies in Pécs, then just feel free to reach out to them. You can find them on our website with their contact details. I think we have right now somewhere around 30 students ready to help you to make up your minds about the university that you'd like to study at. And that would be it. If you have any questions, you can just contact us at international@pt.hu. I read that email address, and also my colleague does. You can also find there my phone number, so you can WhatsApp me if you'd like to. You can check out the website or join us on Facebook or Instagram, where you can have a better glimpse of understanding of what it looks like to study in Pécs. And yeah, I think I'm going to stop it right here. And if you have any questions, then I'll be happy to answer. And thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much indeed for this very informative presentation. And we are ready for your questions. You can also type them into the chat box if it is more convenient for you. Okay, so Mr. Arvai just shared his contact details in the chat box, so feel free to contact him and his colleagues. And I guess if there are no questions, then thank you very much for your attention. And thank you for joining us for today's webinar. So we wish you a lot of success, good health, and take care. Thank you so much.